In Planetary Life, you have to play the cell stage to unlock two new unique life species, fungi and photosynthetic animals. In the cell stage, you start with a bunch of single cells that can evolve additional components, starting with the nucleus and then a range of 12 additional components such as chloroplast or mitochondria. To be able to evolve this into an organism, you do need to add the cell wall or extracellular matrix components. With one of these two, the cell gains the multicellular trait and can absorb other cells during the evolution. The standard limit is of 10 cells within an organism, but this can be increased to 20 if you absorb cells that have the increased capacity trait. The overall components of each cell within that organism will determine how the cell evolves, with two primary diet types available. So you would have multicells that consume other organisms, or those that generate energy from light, of which you have to be careful with the attract or repel those to make sure they stay in the light. After you have at least 10 cells and evolve it into an organism, you can have one of four possibilities. A plant cell with a diet of light will evolve into a basic plant. This has the potential to mutate and evolve into plants like trees with fruits and flowers. Plant multicells with organism diet, however, turn into fungi. This is the only way you can get mushrooms into the game, and these mushrooms can be evolved into one of two symbiotic relationships: the mycorrhizal, helping plants reproduce, or parasitic, which damage animals to spread their species. On the other hand, we have animal multicells, which, with an organism diet, they transform into the classic animal life form. These have the typical digestive system, which can be further evolved once they develop a mouth. However, animal multicells with a diet for light become instead photosynthetic animals. This can only be created from the cell stage, like the fungi, and unlike other animals, the photosynthetic animals feed off the sun and produce oxygen. However, they do bear one great weakness, is that their maximum energy is much lower than those with the digestive system, so you won't be able to evolve them as complex as the other organisms, but they can still be quite interesting. If you have a knowledge of basic biology or just get accustomed to the game, it becomes quite easy to create an organism that you want to create. While you have single cells, you can choose which wall to develop: cell wall for plants or the extracellular matrix for animals. Then, as a multicell, you can decide carefully which type of cells to absorb. Those with mitochondria or light receptor or animalistic cells lead you towards an organismic diet for the basic animal or fungi. On the other hand, cells like chloroplast, which are more famously known in plants, influence the multicells into photosynthetic creatures or the basic plants. If this video made you think that I'm a fungi, make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments what more you'd like to learn.